So
That's
really quick, before we get into the firefighter stuff, air refueling. So I'm a nerd, right? Like I watch all the Blue Angels, the Thunderbirds. I literally sit there and watch YouTube of like F-35s doing refueling and barely missing and all that stuff. My wife's like, turn it the hell off. Um, that shit's dangerous, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's probably more so dangerous for the receiver than it is for the boom operator. But yeah, it's dangerous. I mean, it's high stress, right? Your nighttime over the mountains of Afghanistan, you got to refuel an F-16. That if he doesn't take fuel, then like he might have to punch out over over the mountains because Bagram's getting rocket attacked. Like, there's a lot of pressure in that, and in the moment you're just focused on how cool it is, right? Like, this is incredible. I think it's probably the one of the coolest, if not the coolest and best enlisted job in the military. I mean, you get to do incredible things, work with incredible people. It's a very different culture, just aviation in general. Um, the relationships between enlisted and officers are different. They're more relaxed, and then you add that National Guard component onto it. Most of the folks that we're flying with are JetBlue pilots and American Airlines pilots. So like it's just a really interesting place to be and group of people to be around.
Got it. Yeah, very cool. Once you said that in the air refueling in the, I was like, oh, what? Sweet.
Yeah.
And so you flew all over the place and everything. So what's like what was the coolest place that you've ever flown over?
That's a great question. I've never thought. I haven't flown around a ton of places. So when I was, it was mostly just, flying from home. We stopped in, let's see, on our way out, I think we stopped in Spain and then just flew out of Qatar the entire time. I never landed anywhere in another country. It was always in and out of Al Udeid Air Base. So it was very cool to like fly over the mountains of Afghanistan. I mean, from my perspective, it was gorgeous. Like it was
Yeah,
incredible.
yeah.
Right? Um, and it felt weird to be in that position and be like that separated, but also that close to war. And then I think probably, I guess the coolest thing was when we were flying over Iraq. At the same time, a buddy from the 82nd Airborne was down there, just outside of Mosul, like supporting operations there. He's a combat medic. So for me to be refueling his top cover, like even if it wasn't directly accurate conceptually, it felt that way. That was the coolest thing to me. Like this A10 that I'm refueling right now could be helping save his life right now, and like that for me was the most powerful part of any of it.
Got it. And what was the coolest jet? I know A10s are just phenomenal. I've never
Yeah.
seen them live or anything, but I would love to see them on a range. Coolest jet.
Um, Probably F-22s. F-22s were very cool. I enjoyed all of them. Certain planes were less fun because they were just like more squirrely. Um, some of the like the AWACS was always a little bit more squirrely. Saudi F-15 pilots were a little interesting to refuel. They felt a little bit more reckless. But yeah, F-22 I think was like the coolest plane to see in front of you.
Yeah, that's incredible. And you're seeing them obviously at night. You're under MVGs, right?
So for us, no, we never did NVGs. That was like they called it. I don't even remember what they called it, but it was like only active duty units were doing it, and they were doing that like Afghanistan for C-130s and stuff. Everything I did, if it was nighttime, then basically we had a floodlight on the tail of the plane, and when the receivers coming in, they would just have their upper lights on. We would have the tail light, basically floodlight, and then we'd also have a nozzle light. And they're coming in. You basically turn up the lights just enough so you can see where you're going, and then you turn them back down once you're in contact because you don't want to, be shining a light from above the enemy. So yeah, that was cool. That was interesting.
Awesome. Man, I feel like I could do a 45-minute podcast just talking about jets and that
But
shit.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
very cool.